Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Family Sedan channel. There's never a shortage of XRP related news headlines, but I have noted recently there's been a lot more headlines that sound rather positive, such as this one from AMB Crypto, which reads in part, XRP's good time is far from over. Although this particular article, I got a few bones to pick with it. Actually, I'll just mention it now. I don't even feel the need to highlight it and read it. As much as I love engaging in a little good old-fashioned bitch fest as much as the next guy, but he stated quite factually incorrect that Ripple created XRP, and I don't know how we're still seeing people writing crap like that on accident in 2023. It was more forgivable 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago. In 2023, I don't know how you're writing for crypto media and saying crap like that, but then again, as I always say, crypto media is full of a bunch of C students. But look, there are all sorts of analysts out there, and I'll highlight a couple in this video, who increasingly are stating it couldn't be more obvious from their perspectives that the bottom is in. And we'll see whether or not that comes to pass. Look, I still believe that that's what's most probable, unless there's a wild card event, and also unless we see the crypto contagion spread. Then it's more like maybe we do see another low. But even if that happens, my personal humble opinion is that there will be some short-term pain, but you still didn't move into the upside again. You can't have pain forever. It's not like crypto is going to cease to exist or the US stock market is going to cease to exist. And those two asset classes move in tandem. So I'm not exactly worried about that. But before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I'm not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. So Bitcoin, after that monstrous run yesterday, and really the entire crypto asset class, still hanging out about where it topped off. Bitcoin got up to 21,200. It's currently at 20,800 bucks. XRP, 39 cents. It got as high as almost 41 cents, actually. And you're just a hair shy of $1 trillion for a crypto market cap for the entire asset class. And then there's this from chart analyst Credible Crypto. He shared the following with his 335,000 followers all up on the Twitters. He wrote $21,500 for Bitcoin, obviously. $21,500 has been breached on futures exchanges. Spot exchanges have hit just shy of $21,500, but I've seen what I need to. It's on. Bottom is officially in my opinion. Watch 18,000s for a pullback if we get to one. And so look, he's not saying that Bitcoin or anything's going up in a straight line. Of course not. Nothing goes up in a straight line forever. But even if there is a pullback from here, he's saying maybe we'll go into the 18,000s. But as far as that recent low of 15,500, I guess that might have been back in November, whatever. But whatever it was, we're not going to see that again, so says Credible Crypto. That's not what he thinks is probable anyway. And he's not the only one. I've been highlighting. In fact, the blockchain backer, he's been stating recently that for XRP specifically, he thinks that the bottom is in as well. And then there was also this from chart analyst Josh Rager. For what it's worth, I've had multiple friends text me asking about buying back into Bitcoin after it hit $21,000 yesterday. Not saying that it automatically means a pullback here, but it's something to take note of historically. Yeah, isn't it funny how that always works? There's a reason I want to mention this, just because there's so much truth to it. Have you noticed this in your own life? And it becomes even more, stuff like this becomes even more prominent and more common in instances where you have true euphoric states in crypto markets. Everybody's talking about it. And then if you're the guy who's in crypto and you're the one they know, they're going to be calling and asking you about the questions, this or that. But it's human behavior, cycle after cycle after cycle. It's the same human DNA, the same human tendencies. And that's why we have this opportunity, because we understand how humans behave. Yes, we're humans, but we don't have to behave like the masses. The masses behave ridiculously. They're not paying attention when prices are low, and then as you start to see just a bit of move to the upside, oh, should I actually have had that coin all along on crypto? Okay. That's what, in my mind, that's what these people say. Oh, I got that crypto thing. This mouth breathers. Bitcoin. That's what they sound like to me in my head anyway. So, again, the more you see this, the more I'm like, Although, of course, if you get too much of that, yeah, maybe you do get a little bit of a pullback, but still. And then there's this headline from Xi Crypto: XRP bulls building incredible momentum as community awaits favorable ruling in Ripple v SEC lawsuit. And so they do go on to cite in this article that, well, a few things. Whale activity with XRP has been particularly notable. I've been saying that for a long time. Over the past couple months in particular, as markets have bottomed out, there's been no shortage of on-chain metric data that indicate whales are behaving differently than the typical scaredy cat retail investors. Also, I think it's pretty reasonable to speculate that people are very bullish on XRP because it looks like, regarding the SEC v Ripple case, it's going to be favorable for XRP holders, even if Ripple technically loses, even if they have to pay a fine, as long as there's clarity for XRP moving forward. And that specifically is what people are optimistic about. But this article reads as follows. I want to share this top part. XRP has emerged as one of the week's best crypto assets in price performance. The altcoin, which has piqued traders' interest in the last few days, surpassed its counterparts to secure gains as high as 15%. And the move is commendable for XRP bulls, mainly because the feat was achieved when most of the leading altcoins by market valuation recorded upsets in price value. Santiment, a cryptocurrency market intelligence platform, details the bullish pattern in a recent tweet, explaining the upsurge in XRP's price can be credited to the spike in network address within the past week. Santiment adds that XRP has also seen a spike in social dominance, which has triggered interest in the asset and resulted in a price upswing. So, my friends, I like to highlight stuff like this because to me, it's just one more thing you can look at that proves the point that the entire XRP ecosystem is massive and people get it. Fine, if you look at, the totality of humans on the planet, then we're going against the grain. Most people don't even know about crypto or believe in crypto, this or that. But for those of us paying attention, I'm telling you, there are a ton of us that get it. And to me, this is just one more thing that you can look at out of a ton of different metrics and types of things that you can consider to see, yep, makes sense. Sure as hell makes sense to me. And then there is also, sorry, one sec here. Oh yeah, actually I wanted to highlight this too just briefly. There's this headline, the headline's wrong. It's from You Today. Surprising Bitcoin price spike driven by whales, data says. That headline is false. This is a misreading of data that they reported on accurately. So the price spike was not driven by whales, what we saw yesterday and in recent days, frankly. No, it's not driven by whales. What Santiment actually said, because they were covering this tweet from Santiment, they were saying that whales accumulated, and then we saw the price spike. What do you know? Whales positioning themselves prior to big moves. Huh, never heard of that before. Well, it happens every damn time. So here's a tweet from Santiment. Amongst many of the foreshadowing metrics for this 2023 breakout was the rapidly growing amount of addresses holding 100 to 1,000 Bitcoin. Price pumps generally occur market-wide, then whales accumulate Bitcoin. The number one asset in crypto is plus 26% in 2 weeks. So there you go. Price pumps generally occur market-wide when whales accumulate Bitcoin. So again, they bought, as I've been reporting for a number of weeks, and as Santiment highlights right here, over the past 8 weeks, then the price action happens. Well, duh. It's good though. It's just like humans continuing to behave like humans behave. Which is why, again, knowing that humans are going to continue to have the same DNA, that's why I have the strategy I have. That's one of the reasons anyway. Big reason. I buy something and then I do nothing until the price is where I would be sufficiently enticed to sell. Other than that, I don't react to what the other idiot investor humans are doing. I just don't give a damn. I mean, other than I'm interested to follow what's going on. But I mean, in terms of, is it going to persuade me to buy or sell it? No. Absolutely. Well, I mean, unless the price craters enough, fine. You get what I'm saying, though. And then there is this from the Daily Hodl. Quant analyst Plan B says Bitcoin bottom is in. And so I don't really feel like reading the article. It's just another individual out here, and he's famous for applying the stock to flow model to Bitcoin, which I'm not convinced is going to matter much, if at all, moving forward. In fact, it looks like it's somewhat broken, but even if you can make the argument that that model's not broken, I just think with each passing halving of Bitcoin, the impact of that is going to be lesser and lesser and lesser and lesser. And so it can't be important sufficiently as time passes. But I just wanted to highlight, this is one of the most well-known analysts on the planet, 1.8 million Twitter followers, and also stating that he believes that the Bitcoin bottom is in. And the Bitcoin bottoms in, well, pretty much everything else, I mean, because it moves in tandem, should have already hit bottom as well. And then there's this from the Daily Hodl. Crypto's next bull market will be biggest ever, predicts strategist at $1.3 billion fund. The chief investment officer of Bitwise Investments crypto fund, Matt Hugin, is expressing bullish market sentiment. Hugin says in an investor letter that the crypto market is, quote, well positioned to stage a recovery, end quote, and chart a path to a record-breaking bullish cycle. And here's another quote. In the end, however, we believe crypto will recover. Historically, crypto has bounced back from every major pullback. We don't think this one will be different. In fact, we think the next bull market in crypto will be the biggest yet, with new all-time highs, and a wave of new applications that impact mainstream adoption, end quote. Yeah, so I agree with that 100%. This will be the biggest crypto bull market in history in terms of dollars, in terms of gains from local lows, the multiplier effect from that. With each subsequent cycle, the percentage increase is going to be less. But and so I'm just stating that because I find that to be just a matter of fact type of statement. But that still doesn't matter. This, even at this stage in the game, being 14 years into the existence of this asset class, the opportunity for life-changing wealth for the everyday person is still a very real thing. It's a very empowering recognition. Like once you get to the point where like, yes, this is real. It's not just some sort of pipe dream. Now, I still don't think most people are going to achieve that because they are their own worst enemy when it comes to trying to time markets, emotionally buying and selling. But the opportunity is there, and to me, that's what's most empowering about that. And so, just being aware of the stupid mistakes humans make and making emotional decisions. If you just understand how bad that is, well, you're leaps and bounds ahead of everybody else that's out there. The typical retail inspector doesn't understand these very basic things. But this is going to be absolutely big. And so even if the percentage gains from cycle to cycle end up not being as impressive, and it's if you're wondering why, just think how much money has to flow into Bitcoin to get it to double from its current price level. Okay, now think when Bitcoin was worth $10, how much money had to flow into Bitcoin to get its market cap to double? So you can see once you have a much more money thrown into an asset, and it's at a more mature stage where it's more liquid and all that. Well, once that happens, it takes a lot more money flowing in to get incredible percentage gains. But that's not to say that there isn't incredible opportunity. It's just that for the true life-changing wealth at this stage in the game, it's not in Bitcoin. It's in altcoins like XRP. That's my opinion. Not to say you couldn't, if you wait a much longer time period, have life-changing wealth from Bitcoin still. Like say you buy a whole Bitcoin now. Well, what if it really does go to 1 million? Well, for a lot of people that would still be life-changing, but does it take a decade to get there? Well, I don't know. I don't know what the timeline would be. I'm just saying, for people to have the most bang for the buck the soonest, for me, the obvious answer is altcoins. Large and mid-cap coins. I'm not as interested in small-cap coins. For S-words and grins, I have a few, but not much. I'm not actually, that's like money I'm like, I'm probably throwing this away. But for me, it's all about the utility coins. It really is. XRP and HBAR and all the other ones that actually do stuff. So, all that to say, it's an incredible time to be alive. It really, truly is. The dollar figures, I mean, God. Can you imagine? I mean, Bitcoin at some point, I'm sure it'll be over $100,000. I don't pretend to know when. XRP, new all-time high. Why would that not happen? Because look, even if you get a disaster scenario with the SEC v. Ripple case, and even if you get disaster scenarios for United States holders, which I don't think is going to happen, but even if XRP eventually bounces back if it's useful, and it is for the rest of the world, and it's still going to through the roof, even if it takes time. So I'm optimistic regardless here. Oh man, it's really what a crazy time. I could not be more excited to be here, so it's probably coming up. But I hope that you're feeling the same way too, rather than feeling skittish or scared. Because when prices go down, it doesn't make sense to feel scared, in my humble opinion, unless there's something on a fundamental level that's disastrous, like there's a flaw in the code of like XRP or pick your cryptocurrency, and it's exploited. Okay, then I'd be concerned although by the time the news breaks, it's probably already over. But no, this is good stuff here, folks. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Family Sedan.